Hi guys, it's Laura from How to Get Your Shit Together, and I have been dying to record this video all week because bullet journal! Official bullet journal arrived earlier this week. I have been dying to record this, not because I wanted to record it necessarily, but because I wanted to finish recording it so that I could properly get it set up. So I am very excited to finally be getting this done. What I am going to do in a minute is turn you around, give you a flip through of the journal and kind of explain some pros and cons as I have experienced them and just some thoughts that I have on the journal. But if you're not familiar with what a bullet journal is, I will link to a blog post that I wrote in the description box below, and that will explain exactly what it is and the benefits of them, why you need one. Basically, it is one notebook where you keep everything. You keep your planner, so your calendar, your appointments, all of that stuff. You also keep lists, to-do lists, shopping lists, doodles, sketches, anything. Everything that you would normally write down, anything that you would normally capture, all goes into one notebook. So the guy who came up with this idea, his name is Ryder Carroll. He uses an A5 Leuchtturm notebook. So he kind of collaborated with them, I guess, and this is essentially a Leuchtturm notebook, but it is the bullet journal edition, as you can see, lovely stamped there on the front. I haven't written too much in it. I wrote a little bit in it just to give you an idea of how I will set it up, and also as a sort of pen test so you can see what it's like in terms of shadowing or bleeding, things like that. But I haven't put too much in it because number one, I want to do a setup video, so if you want to see that, please subscribe to the channel and I will have a setup video for you in a few weeks when I get this filled out a little bit more. But also I wanted to give you an idea of what it looks like kind of out of the box. I didn't want to fill it up too much. I want to give you an idea of what it will look like if you decide to order one. So I'll flip you around and we'll do a quick run through of it.
So this is it. This is the bullet journal. It is A5 in size. Actually it's slightly shorter than A5. It's about maybe a quarter of an inch shorter than A5, but more or less an A5 size. It only comes in black and it only comes in this size. So if that's a problem for you, maybe don't buy it. It's got a hardcover on it, nice hardcover. It's actually quite thick. It's much thicker than I was expecting. I paid, I think it was $20 for the notebook, so definitely not the cheapest notebook out there. And then I paid an extra $10 to have it shipped to me. But for this size, I was expecting something about half this size, so I was pleasantly surprised by how thick it is. There are 240 pages in it. And this is the back, so you just see the little Leuchtturm stamp here on the back. So that is it. Normal elastic. You can see the bullet journal kind of just embossed, just stamped on the front of it there. So I'll open it up and we'll have a quick flip through it. So on the left, just on the inside cover, you can see the bullets. So they've already kind of been filled in for you just to give you an idea, but then there are lots of blank ones so you can fill in your own. On the right here, just name and contact information. I don't know why books have these. I'm sure there is a good reason for it, but always these two pages are glued so that they never lie flat. Can't understand it. But overall, the book is thread bound, which means it will generally lie pretty flat as soon as you take it out of the wrapping. Just comes in a plastic wrapping with a cardboard insert around it. But more or less, it will lie flat out of the box. I had to break the spine here a little bit. But that's about it. So just on the right here, some tips about how you can get started with the bullet journal, and then straight into your index. So it's already got some things filled in for you. It's got the future log on pages 1 to 4, and then the instructions on pages 241 to 248. The index comes on 4 pages. I am not sure that I would actually need 4 pages worth of an index, but there are 240 pages in it, so I guess maybe I suppose it's better to have too much room than too little. But that is it, 4 pages of an index. So the next then is the future log. And as you can see, I've just written in this a little bit. I've set it up a little bit. Normally, if you're familiar with the bullet journal system, what you would, or if you're not, what you would do is draw 2 horizontal lines across here that would divide the spread up into 6 parts. So you would have September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So you would have a year's worth of space to do some future planning in. For me, as a stay-at-home parent, I don't really need that much in terms of future planning. I do still have appointments and stuff like that, but really I don't need a year's worth of future planning in here. So because there were 4 pages for the future log, I just decided to set it up for the last 4 months of the year. So I've got September, October, November, December. Yes, I made a mistake up here. Yes, I am good at it, but we should just move on from that. But basically, I just wanted to give you an idea of what it's like. So it's a dot grid, and there's 5 millimeters between the dots. You can probably already see that there is some shadowing. The pages are 80 GSM, which is, I think, £28. A lot of shadowing. I just use a regular ballpoint pen. It's just a Bic medium. So to have that amount of shadowing just with a ballpoint pen, for me, that is not ideal. I guess maybe as I fill it in a little bit more, it won't bother me so much, but there definitely is quite a bit of shadowing on it. So if you use maybe fine liners, or certainly something like a Sharpie pen, there's going to be bleed on those. If you use stamps, they're 100% going to bleed right through the page. So just something to be aware of. Other than that, it's a pretty standard notebook. The only difference really between this and kind of a regular notebook maybe is that the pages are numbered, which is handy if you're doing the bullet journal system, so you don't have to number all of the pages yourself. So that is essentially it. It comes, as I said, with 240 pages. The only other good thing about this notebook, sorry, not the only other good thing, but one of the other good things about this notebook is that it comes with 3 bookmarks. So you get a black, a grey and a white. Most notebooks just come with 1 bookmark. If you're using the bullet journal system, you generally will want to refer to several things. So your monthly spread, your daily page, and then maybe a shopping list or something like that. So I really like that there are 3 bookmarks in there. Again, if we just skip then, so there's 240 pages in it. Once you get to page 241, there are just some instructions. So an introduction to the bullet journal system, and then an explanation of the rapid logging, some of the bullets, some tips on how to use it, how to get the most out of it, an explanation of collections, migration and indexing. What I will say is that if you're familiar with the bullet journal system, this is going to be kind of unnecessary for you, maybe as a little refresher. It's quite convenient, but I would imagine that if you are buying a bullet journal notebook, it is because you are already familiar with the bullet journal system. If you are not familiar with the bullet journal system and you pick it up, or it's gifted to you or something, I would think that this explanation would not be enough for you. When I was reading it, I found it slightly confusing, as in I thought it would be confusing for someone who was not familiar with the system at all and who was reading this for the first time. So I can see why the explanation is in here, but for me it doesn't do a good enough job of explaining the bullet journal system. I would think you would definitely need to do some more research, go to the bullet journal website, watch the bullet journal videos, things like that, because I don't think this is going to do it for you if you're completely unfamiliar with the system and are coming to it for the first time. But handy as a refresher, I guess. So that is pretty much it. You've just got a blank spread here then at the back, just with some information, then some information about the website. The sun has just come out. Hello, sun. Nice to see you again. Some information about the website, and then a pocket here. because it is slightly smaller than A5, you're not going to get an A5 page into here, but you will get, you know, receipts, tickets, appointment cards, things like that. So that is convenient for that reason. And that is basically it. So what I am going to do now is turn the camera back around, just share some thoughts that I have on it now that I have had it for a few days, and tell you whether or not I would recommend that you buy it.
So that is it for the flip through of the bullet journal. Just some kind of thoughts then, my overall thoughts on it. It is A5 in size, which may not be as portable as some people would like. If you're the kind of person who just kind of throws their keys and their wallet into their pocket, doesn't carry a bag or anything like that, this is probably not going to be the journal for you. I would imagine, I have no idea, but I would assume that down the road this would come in different sizes and also different colors if black isn't your thing. But I think for now it's definitely a good kind of first edition, but I would be hopeful that it would eventually come in different sizes and different colors. The hardback on it is great. If you are throwing it into a bag, it will take some scuffs and some wear without destroying your pages inside. But again, the hardback element does add a certain amount of bulk and heaviness to it. So again, if that's going to be an issue for you, maybe stay away from this one. 80 GSM paper. I mean, I know if the paper were thicker, they wouldn't be able to get as many pages in here. But for me, I would sacrifice the quantity of pages for the quality of the pages. I would prefer 100 GSM. Again, that's just a personal thing. One thing that's a slight pro for me, and that's going to make me sound absolutely crazy, but I'll just go with it. The fact that bullet journal is kind of just, there you go, lightly stamped on it. You can't really see it in every light, so the light kind of has to be shining on it. The fact that that's there and has the little lightning bolt mark on it, which is kind of like the little logo for it now, I guess, that makes me feel like a bit of a superhero. That sounds utterly insane, I know, but makes me feel like a bit of a spy with my secret notebook with the secret message on the front. Utterly humiliating, but that's one of the reasons I like it. No point lying. That's it. As I said, it's $20 to buy. There are cheaper notebooks out there, but if you've tried out a few and this is kind of the size that you like and the style that you like, and you want to support Rider, then pay the $20, $20 US. As I said, it was $10 to have it shipped to me here in Dublin in Ireland. I have no idea how much it will cost to ship to you, but have a look. Have a look at the Bullet Journal website. I'll have that linked down below as well. And that is pretty much it. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're using the bullet journal system, please comment below and let me know what notebook you are using, and whether or not you think that this notebook would work for you. And subscribe. As I said, I will be doing a setup video in a few weeks for you. So subscribe to the channel if you would like to see that. And now I am off to properly set this bad boy up. I'm very excited. Very excited. Okay guys, see you soon. Bye.